It's a bit of a cash grab.
It could be seen to be a deterrent against cycling.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about it.
A Canadian city takes a hard line against cyclists speeding on pathways, increasing the fine from $50 to $400. The speed limit on most paths in Calgary is 20 kilometers an hour. This path actually is only 10 kilometers an hour because it's a lot busier. There's a lot of people walking around down here by the river, but a lot of people don't have speedometers on their bikes. So how do they know how fast they're going? Well, I'll know how fast they're going because I've got this right here.
Got him up to 25 kilometers an hour.
Doesn't even register. So that's a safe cyclist. It doesn't even register. You know she's going below the speed limit. Another problem is that a lot of the pathways around the city are shared pathways. Now, this is an exception. You can see behind me, this is just for pedestrians. And if we come down here just a little bit, this path here is supposed to be just for cyclists.
Where possible, you separate it out and you end up with a lot less conflicts, a lot safer interactions, and happier users.
This is one of those paths that's a little more typical that I was talking about, where the speed limit for cyclists is 20 kilometers an hour. You were going exactly 20 kilometers an hour. How did you know that?
I've been pedaling for a long time, so I sort of know what cadence I'm doing, what speed I've got going. But I have a computer too, so if I'm in doubt, I will use that. But what do you do if you don't have a computer?
This guy coming around the corner looks like he's flying here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's moving. Look at that. 27, 27, 26. Yeah, 27. Do you know how fast you were going as you came around the corner, and do you know what the speed limit is on this bike path?
No, I don't. Okay, so I would have thought well, that was a little bit high.
Do you know how many tickets they've handed out in the last year and a half to cyclist speeding?
I have no idea.
Would you be shocked if I told you that the number was 0?
Yeah,
Zero.
They haven't handed out a single ticket for a speeding bicyclist in a year and a half.
Warning okay, so that is probably a better. I would imagine that is. So for me, like I'm happy to learn this, and I will pass that along.
It's far more constructive to be warned that you're posing a hazard and politely asked, perhaps through a warning, to change your speed interacting with the traffic, than creating bad will with a fine.
But safety is something that is taken seriously. And just because people aren't being fined doesn't mean they aren't being stopped by bylaw officers and warned to pump the brakes. In Calgary, Jonathan Muma, City News.